I ran across some clips where they was talking about Shedeur Sanders may not understand the verbiage, and that's the only thing that may be holding him back from getting first team reps. When I say Shedeur Sanders is under attack, he is under attack. As intelligent as Shedeur Sanders is, you mean to tell me people are not trying to attack his intelligence about football, his football IQ? Check this out, y'all. Check this foolishness out.
To me, is the only reason why he ain't getting first team reps. Because, like I said, when you turn the tape on, it's clear as day. Anybody that see it is clear as day from him throwing the ball. But if it is, the only thing that could possibly be holding him back would be the playbook and how he's able to process it. I wouldn't necessarily say on the field he's slow processing, because as you can see, whether he know everything or not, he still is going to the right spot with the football. And everybody is saying, well, this is a guy that's not even taking check downs. He's throwing 20 yards down the field on a dig route. So it's not the processing of all of that. He when the ball is snapped, when he on the field, he understands everything. Now, the verbiage and the terminology, I give you that. That could be the thing. If you go all the way back to what the Giants was talking about, that was the issue in the big Giants meeting, is that he didn't know the terminology and the verbiage that they were using. I told you when I came out, I had that exact same problem. I didn't say it the same way. My college said it a certain way. The NFL said it a different way. And I was confused of the two because I'm so used to saying it my way. So for him, that's a learning curve. The more he's around it, the more he does it, the more he says it, obviously he's going to pick up on it. But still, even with all that said, I still think he still deserved the rep with the ones.
When you see the clips of the practice and everything, and you see like him going through progressions and everything, he's making the right play. Just because he's not understanding the verbiage before training camp even starts, we didn't even get into training camp yet. I mean, we still got some time to learn. Like you put all this pressure on him before it's even time to learn, and he's got plenty of time to learn the verbiage. That's how I feel, man. You're gonna have 1,000 meetings. You're gonna have 1,000 meetings. You're gonna have 1,000 practices before even the first preseason game even starts. Then you got the whole preseason to learn all the terminology and things like that, because every coordinator got a different term. Let's be real. Every coordinator got different like terminology. Like
So let me. It's like we said, like, bro, the terminology and the verbiage. This is what this is boiling down to now. Like, this is why I say Shedeur Sanders is under attack. I mean, this has got to be the weirdest takes people are having about Shedeur Sanders, man. And this one is so stupid, man, to let this come out of his mouth. Whoever this guy is, no disrespect, I didn't learn who he is, but whoever he is, man, this sounds so crazy. Learning the terminology and the verbiage is something that is taught to be understood from whatever team you get drafted on or play on. Every team doesn't use the same language for play calls or recognizing the defense or offensive formation. Everybody terminology and verbiage isn't the same. For example, one team may call two-man and another team may call or may say cover 5 or man underneath, which is basically you have the safeties over the top protecting you from any deep routes for the defensive backs. So it could be two-man, man underneath, or cover 5. Different terminology, different verbiage, right? Simple as that. On offense, a coach may call a route a dig route. Another team may call it a square in or a drag route. But you learn these things when you get to your team. There are so many different examples I could use to understand, to make my point. But to say this man doesn't understand the terminology and the verbiage, then in the same sentence to come out there and say he's making all the great plays and once he gets on the field, he's executing properly, then obviously he understands what he needs to be doing. Just because he doesn't say pro set and the coach says pro set and he may say pro right or something, that doesn't mean nothing, man. It's like people are using Shedeur Sanders' name for likes, views, to monetize and things like that. But it's like, come on, you have to give him a fair chance. Like, Shedeur's out there making some exciting plays and some exciting throws. I don't know what else to say, man. It's like these people will not let up. They will not let up. And as far as they go talking about the Giants, right? They're trying to say what did the guy say? Just like the New York Giants situation, he went under there. He didn't understand the verbiage and the terminology. No, that wasn't the case, man. That wasn't. They was talking about he wasn't prepared for whatever situation that he had to deal with. He was unprepared. So it's like people they're reaching left and right, trying to find a way to discredit Shedeur Sanders. And I have never seen, since I've been a part of NFL, watching NFL, covered the NFL, a 5th round quarterback be antagonized like this on a daily basis.
Let's think about it though. Would you rather have a quarterback on the field making the right plays, or have a quarterback that's like understanding what's going on but making the wrong plays? Like, what would you rather have?
But as far as Shedeur Sanders go, man, with these first team reps, understand Shedeur Sanders is a 5th round pick. There's a quarterback that was drafted before him. You can't just skip the line. If they put Shedeur Sanders and give him first team reps in front of the third round quarterback, Dylan Gabriel, that will look totally idiotic and stupid from the Cleveland Browns. That means the scouting department, the general manager, whoever was responsible for this draft, they need to be reprimanded bad, because obviously they are clueless about doing their job. If they have to put Shedeur Sanders as the starting quarterback, getting #1 reps right now, and it's only in minicamp and OTAs. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So for people out here to continue to try to use Shedeur name and say he's not getting first team reps because of this and that and all this other stuff, it's making no sense. Just say he's a 5th round pick. He's waiting his turn, and when his turn comes, he will be there to execute. It's as simple as that. But Shedeur Sanders is under attack. Speeding tickets. Freaking speeding tickets.
Mm-hmm. Listen, if y'all ain't know, Cleveland's Brown rookie Shedeur Sanders has reportedly received 2 traffic tickets and failed to appear in court, according to police. Shedeur Sanders was pulled over on Tuesday in Strongsville, Ohio, with vehicle speed reaching over 101 miles per hour in a 60 miles per hour zone that the records show. Listen, that's going pretty fast, and they're saying it's not his first one. He got 2 that's going over the speed limit, man. So listen, you already know he got the word against you. You can't add that to the resume of the hate. That's all I gotta say, man. You can't add that to the resume of hate, man.
Now, it does look bad. Anything negative to your brand is going to look bad, right? So let's get that out the way first and foremost. Anybody getting a ticket, anything happening will look bad to your brand. But a speeding ticket, y'all, we're over here watching the blogs, everybody hype up a speeding ticket. This is totally normal behavior for football players and athletes. We all speed. We all have drove our cars very fast. We all have the top of the line cars with the most horsepower. And you mean to tell me people out here trying to make a speeding ticket a big deal from Shedeur Sanders, especially Colin Cowherd? He's over there talking about this is pretty much the end for Shedeur Sanders from getting a speeding ticket. Like, this is crazy. Players all over the league get tickets all the time, left and right, right and left. And sometimes you don't even hear about it. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to take up for Shedeur and act like driving 100 miles per hour is A-OK. That is not A-OK. It's very dangerous, and I would not advise that. But I was on the highway back in my days doing 120 miles an hour on I-75 in my Benz, but I just didn't get caught. There are so many of us. I just didn't get caught. But unfortunately, that just comes with the territory of being a YN that makes it to the NFL. You know what I mean? That's all we is YNs, man. We make it to the NFL.
You talk about driving on I-75. I drive on I-75 every day, and people go on 20.
You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. But
I drive on there every day, and people go 120. Man, you don't hear them being talked about like that, man. That's the target on your back, brother. That's a target on your back.